Hi, today is January 22nd, 2023. Here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 130 for the year, Toddler. I saw a woman with a 2 or 3-year-old in a stroller, a toddler who wasn't toddling. The toddler was talking in that cute toddler voice, asking questions and being all adorable, and I wanted to say to the mother, "Fuck me, that is one cute motherfucking toddler you have there," but somehow I managed not to say that. Poem number 131, Paranoid. There are a bunch of bushes at the entrance to the brownstone in which I live, and there are often birds in those bushes, and at certain times of the day they chirp loudly. A few days ago I was heading toward my building, and the bushes were alive with the sound of tweeting. I could hear them from half a block away, but as I passed between the bushes to enter the building, they stopped all at once, as if they didn't want me to know that they were there. I said out loud, was it something I said? But I knew they were just being paranoid. As I went through the door to the building, I said, "Carry on," and before the door was closed, I heard a few of them start to chirp again, which made me laugh because I said carry on and they carried on. It was funny, but maybe you had to be there. Poem number 132, Interruption. I felt bad about having interrupted the conversations of the birds or whatever it was that they were doing when I was coming home that day, but in the future, if I hear them chirping as I am approaching, I'm not going to stop and wait for them to finish before I go into my building. I like birds a lot, but not that much. Maybe they just shouldn't be so paranoid. I should let them know. I have never shot a bird, and I haven't even eaten one since before the turn of the century, since before any of those birds were even born, since before any of those birds were even swimming around in their father's balls. So the birds should chill when I approach and not go all quiet like that, because I'm cool. I'm not saying I'm fucking St. Francis over here, but I'm not a bird-eating monster. Poem number 134. Exposed brick. I don't know if I've ever remarked on what a bad job of bricklaying they did when they made this house. There's an argument that exposed brick is bullshit anyway. You can't mount a TV on an exposed brick wall, or at least you can't do it here unless you get permission from the landlord. But what really bothers me is how there's a strange, possibly unintentional pattern of 11 bricks protruding from the wall. I find it very strange. Also, some of the bricks are different colors, but I guess that's not such a big deal. For me, exposed brick will never be a selling point, but I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining. The exposed brick is fine. It adds character. I mean, come on, I've got a fucking roof over my head. What the fuck do I have to complain about? Poem number 135, To Complain About. If I tried, I am sure I could find many things to complain about, but I don't feel like trying. I don't like to look for things, including things to complain about. When I said, what do I have to complain about, I was being a bit rhetorical. What I meant was that there is plenty that I could complain about if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I am happy and content and all of that shit. So I'm not inclined to complain about anything. And I'm not complaining about not being inclined to complain. I am happy not complaining, no matter how much there might be to complain about. Poem number 136, Can't Make It. I don't know what made me think that I would be able to make it, because I can't make it. It's not the end of the world. The thing that I can't make is not something that needs to be made. It is just something that I wanted to make, but now I see that I can't. If it's any consolation to you or to myself, I can certainly make it another time. So when I say I can't make it, what I mean is I can't make it right now, but I certainly can make it later, which I suppose is something, I suppose. Poem number 137, Can't Talk. How is it that you call exactly when I can't talk? I really can't talk right now, but I answered the phone anyway to tell you that I can't talk. And again, it's not that I can never talk, I just can't talk right now. Although I hope that you call me again soon, if you choose to follow your usual pattern, it is likely that I won't hear from you for another few weeks. So I wish I could have talked just now when you called, but I couldn't, so I told you, I can't talk right now. And I hope you understand, it's not you, it's me. Poem number 138, last poem for the day. There is still corn. We prayed for rain, and the rain came, and there was a rich harvest last year, and there is still corn. We had corn with the meal last night, and it was so good, and we thanked the gods who sent down the rain that caused our crops to grow so well last year. It looks as though we will have enough until the spring when we can begin to plant and to harvest once again. In the meantime, there is still corn, and I think there will be for at least a couple of months. I'm going to change that last harvest to forage, is what I meant. Plant and forage once again. Other than that, that is the poem. Those were the poems for the day. I hope you enjoyed them. I really appreciate you being here with me for this brief time. Thank you.